Hey guys, welcome to the Peak Performance Lounge. I am your host, Choni, and I am here with Kripal. He is one of the owners and operators of the GameDay franchise. How are you doing today?
I am doing good. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me here. It's a good conversation.
Hey man, I am happy that you are here because I got some questions to ask you, and we're gonna get into it, which we have already gotten into it already.
They consider so many things, and there is a lot of science which is involved in producing those shows.
It's so much science. Like when you break it, yeah. Like why?
That's right.
No,
The
man.
color combinations they use and the way they make and the language they use. There is a lot of science that goes behind producing those. At least that's what I think. I always think, why do kids are so interested in watching these things? Right?
As you're sitting there
As you,
watching it
yeah,
as well, you like, do you have you come to that point where you're like watching it with your kids?
yeah.
They're like,
Some of the things, they also watch Dr. Binox, right? Dr. Binox it's a scientific thing. The way they explain science for a 2-year-old is amazing. Actually, sometimes I don't know that stuff. And I believe that's the reason kids are really smart these days. They know so many things. I'll give you an example, right? So yesterday, my little one did. She's 7 years old, right? She did something naughty, and I was so mad at her.
yeah,
And she was telling me, Dad, you should be happy because it releases endorphins and that will relax you. I was like, I didn't know about endorphins until I was in college, right?
I didn't learn about endorphins until probably about 4 years ago. I didn't learn about 4 years, which is crazy because I didn't learn about how important
Yeah,
testosterone is
that's right.
until like maybe 4 months ago.
Yep.
Of just like I'm just thinking testosterone just makes you bigger,
Bigger, yeah, that's right.
stronger, and that's it. Because we come from a place of where testosterone was illegal. At like a point in time. So now I'm talking to people in your field and people in your company, and where I talked to Jared.
Jared, yeah,
Yeah,
Jared, yeah.
yeah, and Jeff, and I talked to them, and they were giving me their point of view of Jeff was talking about what it does for him mentally and like his focus.
Yep.
And Jared was talking about what it does, not only what it does for him, just like being able to have the energy
Yep.
to like go do things. They're like, hey man, I used to go to bed at like 12 or like 10. He's like, but I can get that extra hour to do what I want to do, and I'm back up. Nobody's talking about it being stronger and bigger, more muscle. Like that's what I want.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for that extra umph in my life. I don't want to go skydiving. I don't want to jump out of. I don't want to do bungee jumping. My dream is not to go zip lining across the mountain. I don't want to do that either. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I do want to do is I want to feel as though like, hey man, I'm ready to go all the time with. So it's just like I'm doing some research. I'm collecting some data. So I got that. So I'm collecting some data from you as well. What is the positive about this?
Like for me, I started taking testosterone probably about 6 months now.
So everybody, you're doing it too.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have.
Okay, hey, give me one of them shirts. I want to, because everybody they have a shirt. I wore my little, I tried to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. But yeah, so you started.
Started about 6 months back, right? And initially, like everyone else, I had a lot of misconceptions on testosterone. Like everyone else.
Yeah.
I used to think, oh, it's a sex hormone. I take it, I'll be like this raging bull.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I have no idea how it helps men in maintaining overall health. It's not just sex, right? It definitely requires for many other things. Like you were saying, Jared, was, for focus, right? It helps you sleep better. The quality of sleep becomes better, right? It's not like you take a 10 hours, go to 10 hours to bed, you wake up fresh. It's not like that. You also look at the quality of the sleep you have. You sleep just 6 hours. You wake up, you have that energy, you have that focus to do what is next. What am I doing today? So that's what I think. I started waking up like 5 in the morning. I never used to do that.
Are you still waking up at 5 in the morning now?
Yep, I still wake up 5. I'm an early bird these days.
Right.
I was not like that. I used to wake up just because it was time to go to work. Snooze it. Then, I'm from IT background, working from home, right? So you have a meeting at 8 o'clock. You wake up at 7:55 just to have time to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
But now I have more clarity. I know what am I doing today, the next day, the next week, next month. That's the kind of focus it will help in achieving. It's not so. The main thing what we do at GameDay, right? We try to educate people. We are not forcing them to take testosterone or whatever. Those are the services that we provide the best.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being, or I don't feel forced. This is just for me trying to find out is it right for me? And I'm just collecting this data because it seems like every man who I'm talking to, I hear it. Somebody go, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Not only are we doing our protein shakes in the morning, but this is becoming like a part of it. It's becoming like it's a daily supplement.
That's right.
And so I'm like, okay, well, let me get a little bit more information. So let's come to the source. But a lot of more people, men, are taking testosterone than like others. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Why do you feel as though, why is that? Like,
it's at least for me on my personal thing, right? I feel there is lack of education for in general in men's health. And men also have this ego that, that they don't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Very different from women. Women, hormonal changes, they are taught about these things since they hit puberty or even before puberty, right? Men don't talk about this. We don't teach guys about, the hormonal changes that they are going to happen since they hit puberty. We talk to girls more, but have no idea that we talk to boys. That is really, really important too. And that's where it starts. And from there, they start developing a lot of misconceptions. Right? They think that it's a steroid that, harm your body. But they don't understand that is something the body naturally produces.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I've never known. I mean, well, estrogen and testosterone, but you're not looking at it as like it's helping me function in this space. Like, in this space that I'm like functioning is just like, oh, because I'm eating well and God has blessed me. Testosterone is like the last thing that I think about of what's like, moving me and driving or waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. That's right. Absolutely. That is where it starts. Lack of education and, lack of right resources to get information.
What books do I have to read to You seem like you know a lot of good books about, like, yeah, what books do I have to read, and what do you specialize in as far as, in GameDay's vast network of franchisees? Yeah, what's your specialty in? Give me some good books that I need to read to.
You mean read about testosterone
Yeah.
or in general health related books?
General health testosterone.
I don't know if of any books which are really focused on testosterone and books, right? It because testosterone forms just a small block in a big puzzle, but it is really, really important. It's kind of the building block of the general health for man. So we have to look at least I look at health as a overall picture, right? Are you eating the right food? Are you sleeping well? Right? Are you working out? What is your calorie intake? Well, how much are you burning it? Right? And get a physical every year. That's really important. What is your cholesterol level? What is your total fat content? How much is your lean muscle? People talk about muscle.
Yeah.
But it's the lean muscle which is really important, right? The muscle which burns the energy, that's the lean muscle. It's not like, everyone has to be buffed up like a big bodybuilder.
But everybody don't want to be buffed out like that. Yeah, right.
Unless you want to be.
Unless you want to be, and that's great too.
That's great too. I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But for a regular guy like me, I look at my lean muscle, and that's where the calories are burned, right? And total fat percentage, basically, cholesterol levels, triglycerides. These are the things that you have to track to maintain overall health. Are you working out every day? They recommend 30 minutes, but I would say about 45 minutes is good. Cardio is really important. You need to get that heart running. That's how it pumps out all the toxins out.
Did you go to school for this? Did you go to school for?
I graduated in biology, so.
You graduated in biology?
Yeah.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
Where at? From A&M?
A&M, yeah.
A&M, okay. And then, so with this biology degree, then what do you do after that with your biology degree?
Well,
what do you do with a biology degree? What is a biology degree?
I had a lot of plans, getting into research and, getting into biotechnology research. That's what my interest was, but, things change, life happens.
Yeah.
My wife she's into science. She's very good scientist. She does cancer research. She works for MD Anderson.
Okay, yeah.
She went into that, and I said, we really don't want to be in the same field, Something goes down, it's like putting all the eggs in one basket, right?
Yeah.
So I changed fields.
Yeah. I
went into software development, Right now, I'm a manager at a company here, so locally.
Yeah. So then you come into GameDay Health, and and so now what's your specialty as far as like, what it is of like why men's health does matter to you, and like do I need to go to a doctor? Should I go to the doctor before I mean, I know I should go to a doctor before this, but like, come on. Do it. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, right, I mainly selected GameDay. I looked into many other businesses too, GameDay, and my thing was, what difference am I making in other people's life? That was a question I always ask, whether it is work related or personally, am I making any difference in what am I doing, right? How is the person sitting opposite to me or people who are dependent on me? Am I making a positive impact on their life or not? That has always been my thought process, right? And business has always been there for me since I was, a kid. I always wanted to be in business. I tried so many things actually. And when game day as an opportunity came by, and I was thinking, man, this looks interesting, right? Until then, I didn't know about testosterone. And I was thinking game day does only testosterone treatments. But when I start learning about what game day does, what is their motto or goals they have, I looked at the leadership, Aaron is amazing guy, because that's where it starts. If the leader is good, then we know if the company is going in the right direction or not. He sets an example of what he preaches. Right? He walks the talk. Right? I met him. I met many other game day guys over here. I talked to Faro, Kamina. They're kind of godparents to me here with respect to business. Right? They guide me a lot. Very helpful. I speak to Jarrett a lot.
Yeah.
And other game day owners too around here. So I spoke with them and they were so happy with game day as a concept itself.
As a concept, just being as a whole, like,
yep.
So is it a community?
I would say
so. Do I take testosterone and I get involved in the community? Do I get a community if I just take some testosterone? Can I come hang with y'all?
Absolutely. You'll be in a very good you'll be in a very good company actually. Because I feel I have to surround with positive minded people to move forward. So, there is a saying, right? If you want to judge a person, talk to his friends.
Oh. So we should have brought your friends on here. I should have talked to.
Yep. If I have to know about you,
I
did not talk to you. I have to only look at how your friends are, who your friends are, who are you talking to, who is really close to you, whom are you surrounding with, right?
Who's really close to you? Who are you surrounded with? I'm asking you. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Who? Yeah. Who are some of your like close friends and
Very little.
Okay.
My circle is pretty small, other than family. I have a very small circle. But
by choice.
I mean, I talk to everyone, right? But if you're really talking about close friends, they are someone like I can leave my kids with them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Without asking questions.
Right.
I don't even ask them. I can show up at their doorstep, leave my kids and leave. They don't ask me questions.
They'll be like, all right, these are good people, huh?
Yeah. I have very few of them. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
And I've known them since ever. One of them is, we are basically neighbors. I have known him since what? Elementary school, I think. So we still talk, it's like.
So your friends, what would they say about you?
You should talk to them.
Give me 3 adjectives. Give me 3 adjectives of what they would say.
You should talk to them. Probably, if I talk about them, I would say dependable, honest.
Yeah.
And third one, I think those two are ones which always come into mind. Dependable and honest.
Okay, well, you ain't got to do 3. Yeah, dependable and honest.
Honest,
yeah.
I have to tell about something, I tell it to their face. And they don't mind, even if it is bad. There are the people who does intervention too. If I want you way.
Yeah.
Right, so, and the other one is, my wife has always been there, my pillar of support,
Yeah, how long you been married?
We've been married 15 years.
Should I get married? Should I get married?
But before that, we dated for about 12.
Okay, so I can't. So that means no. No.
So I have known her since we were like teenagers, right?
Yeah.
From college, I think. So.
What does she think about like when you told her about like you were gonna start the testosterone? Because I'm a little nervous telling people. Well, obviously not anymore, but thinking about it, like I'm a little nervous and like talking to people about it. Like, how do I get the brevity, you know what I'm saying, to say, hey, I'm gonna do this thing. Not for no other reason, but this is what I want to do.
They might have, everyone has questions, right? It all depends on how much knowledge do they have on testosterone or any other treatment that we provide.
Mm.
It is not to your friends to decide. That is up to you to decide, I would say, personally. Because for something that will impact you the greatest, I would talk to someone who is qualified.
Okay. Well, I'm talking to you.
And one of the and my closest friend might be or might not be qualified. Right? If I talk to my friend and tell him that I'm on testosterone, he will give me advice based on his knowledge and what he thinks is best for me. He might have all the good intentions, but I would ask, is he the right person to talk to about it? Especially if something you are getting into your body, either by orally or by injection, something, right? It impacts directly you. And there are some things that you would not talk to your closest friend to. They are always with you. Either you talk to your lawyer or your doctor.
Those are the only two people that you...
Those are the only two people you have to be really honest. Right?
I've never really... I never really heard that. I never really heard, talk to your doctor honest. But see, sometimes, okay, I don't talk to my doctor honestly, because he asks questions that I'm like, does that matter? Do you talk to your doctor honestly?
I would.
Oh, okay.
I would.
I'm going
wrong. And as a process, right, in GameDay,
do I talk to you guys honest when I come in there and be like, hey,
we expect that.
Y'all expect, but
we expect that, but
I don't know y'all like that. I know my doctor. So I'm coming in there talking to y'all, being as honest, being as vulnerable. Y'all want me to be that vulnerable. I have to be that vulnerable.
So that is, that's where the relationship starts, right? And even doctors or as a good practitioner, right? We always have good practitioners in GameDay. And that is the reason why we do a blood test by default. You might be knowing, right? The first visit is complimentary for us. That is because we always have the interest of the person who is walking into the door. We don't charge it. How many doctors or practitioners do that other than GameDay that you know of? Right?
None. I've never heard of anybody not charging. Why aren't you guys charging? What's the secret? What is it? Why aren't you charging?
Because we have the best interest of the patient, right? He's walking in. We know these are men. Stopping at GameDay doorstep, he's half battle won for them, because they come with lot of inhibitions. They come with issues that they normally don't share with anyone else, including sometimes their spouses, right? So if they are showing up at GameDay doorstep, from their side, they already won half the battle. And it is up to us to make sure that they win the rest of it.
What if I don't want to come in? Can I just go online or something? Can I just do it on? Do I have to come in? Can I do a virtual visit?
Virtual visit only in worst case scenarios.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend.
Okay.
Because it's not just the treatment, right? As GameDay, we also want to know about you. And
I am an Aries. I like long walks on the beach. I like Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. really good, especially
Really good ones. Yeah.
yeah, really good. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, but so you guys really want to know
We really.
you want me to be very honest and
That's right.
vulnerable with you guys, but what? Okay, and then am I injecting myself,
You have that
or
option.
can I pill form? Can I break the pill down and put it in a protein shake? What, like, yeah, what's the fastest way to get to this newfound energy that I need?
That's a good question, actually. We have many forms where we can take testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
It can be injection, it can be oral, and it can be a pellet where they insert a pellet in your body,
Mm-hmm.
and that will take care of for about like 5 to 6 months, depending on many things.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on what you want, what you're comfortable with. I know people who are really buffed up, but they are very scared for a shot.
Listen, have you ever looked at a needle and like really like you just
I had one patient who passed out just because we were taking his blood. It's like,
how long? That's pretty.
and I didn't know that is really common for men.
Yes.
Pass out when they do a blood draw. It's like,
Yeah,
we hardly take like not even 10 ml of blood.
because seeing the blood comes out, it's just like, and then it's in there for you supposed to.
Yeah.
The needle's supposed to go in, and then it comes out. But you know what it is? It's the pre.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the pre, like, building up to like I know like what's going to happen when like I walk in here. I'm about to get my blood drawn and all these things. So it's the nerves, man. I'm nervous. So even with getting even going through with the treatments
Yeah.
and stuff, it's the whole nervous system. So that's what I'm really nervous about. Like, how did you overcome that? How can what's some tips for getting over that?
It all depends on your goals. If you are really focused on your goal, you do whatever it takes. You might not be successful in the first run, but if your goal is really strong and you really want to achieve it, even if you fail the first time, you keep on doing it. I work with big teams, right? Even as part of my work, or even in the clinic, I never aim for perfection. I always look at what the progress is. I always say progress over perfection.
Okay.
Because we always want to progress.
Yeah.
We have a goal. What are we doing to achieve that goal? How are we progressing? That's all matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things will come up. But how strong is your goal? And how strong is your will to achieve that goal? So
feel like
if that is the case, you do whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, these things come and go. You won't be suffering for a long time. No.
Exactly.
And that is the beauty of it, achieving it. So yeah, if people coming to GameDay, they come with a lot of inhibitions, and and that is the reason why we like face-to-face interaction, at least for the first time or first 6 weeks.
Okay.
Because we want to know how they are doing. We have genuine interest in the well-being of the people who are coming in. Right.
What would you say is what would you say a moment in your life have you been in your peak performance? Like, are you in your peak performance now? It seems like you're a business owner, you have a wife, you got 2 kids, and you're watching Coco Melon, and you have to have this energy. Are you in your peak performance phase now, and has there been another time that you've been in like this, like how you're feeling now? Because everybody has been saying, everybody who's coming like this is the best that they've ever felt. So you saying that this is the best that I'm gonna feel, and like, is that where you are now?
I always compare where I started, right? When we got married and when I had my first kid, I was working equally hard at that time. I still had business. I had, and when I had my first kid, first 2-3 years, I was always with them.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where you wake up 10 times in the middle of the night because, kids wake up.
Yeah, right.
But you are still energetic once you wake up in the morning. Mm-hmm. Right. And then you start seeing decline in energy levels. Then you see you getting tired, your energy levels go down, you're lethargic, you don't have focus. Sometimes you lose purpose too, right? And then you start thinking, what is going on? Most people think they're just getting old, part of life, and they just accept it. There are other people who wants to make it better. They ask questions. Why is it happening to me? What can I do to make it better? Right? For me, I really don't want to go back like I want to act like as if I'm a 20-year-old, but at least I want to be there for my family all the time. I also want to focus on my business. I also want to focus on my work. For that, maintaining that level of energy is really, really important. The reason can be different, the reason can be different for different people. But for most of the men above 40, it starts with testosterone levels going down. So, in my opinion, that's what I, based on what I read, what I spoke to my doctor, and that's how it starts. And most men, once they cross 50 or 40, life, they are so busy in life that they really don't know what is really going on. Most people don't even know that their energy levels are going down. They just think they're getting old, that's all. And they don't think of fixing it. They don't talk to the doctor. Right? So that is what, we have to talk to the doctor, never lie to the doctor. Get your work physicals done, and unfortunately, insurance doesn't cover it. That's the reason why we don't take insurance. But we are really focused on the overall health of man.
Okay. Well, listen, I feel like I've learned a lot. I think I'm going to come see you. I got to go see some other people first.
Absolutely.
But I'm definitely going to come see you. All right. This was a great conversation.
That was nice.
Thank you for joining me on the Peak Performance Lounge.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me too.
Where can I find you?
We are on Eldridge and Westheimer.
Okay.
Just search for GameDay at Eldridge, Westoaks.
Okay.
You'll find us in Google. So
okay,
just give us a call. We'll take care of you.
All right. I will. Give me your number right now.
We can be.
No, I got your card. You gave me a card. All right. This is a great conversation.